Okay, so I've entered my age, weight, gender, and this is what appears. Now it's time to enter my foods. So I had oatmeal this morning, and I'll hit go or enter, and anything with oatmeal then appears. So please make sure that you're looking at all of the options. There's actually 66 things that have the word oatmeal in it. Normally it's some of the first things, and find whatever is closest to what you had. So I had maple oatmeal with raisins. So I'm going to click this one, I think, because it was instant. I didn't add any fat. So you actually click on the item. And then what is really important that you do is change the amount. So if you look over here, it has a default amount. First, look at what your options are. So was it a cup amount or a packet prepared? I'm going to say that it was a cup. And then I can choose how many cups that I actually had. I'm going to say that it was probably 1 1/4 cups because it was actually McDonald's oatmeal this morning. And then hit that I had it for breakfast. And it shows that down here of what it's going to add for the food groups. It's going to be 2.5 ounces of grains, 1/4 a cup of the fruit for the raisins. And then I will hit add. And it's showing then here in my bar graph of how many whole grains, how much fruit that I had. The next thing and then you keep adding. So I also had coffee, and then I'll hit go. The best thing to do is hit go. Don't hit those options that appear right away. This way they all appear in a list and you can look at them. Coffee by itself doesn't have any fat or calories, but I do like cream in my coffee. So I'm going to find one that might meet it. So then we're getting into coffee cake and all of that. So coffee by itself isn't anything. So I'm going to change that to creamer because that's actually what's making adding fat and calories. So it is coffee creamer, liquid. And this is something that's going to go towards my empty calories one. I like 3 creams in my coffee, and each one is a tablespoon, I'm pretty sure. And I'll hit add. So that's taking a while to load. And when you're all doing this, it might take a while. Don't continue to hit and add, just wait for it to do its thing. And that did not go towards my dairy because it was just fat, but it did go to my empty calories. So that is something that you will then continually need to do. Some foods are a little bit harder. So let's say you had a cheese stick. You don't type in cheese stick, you actually type in the cheese. So it was mozzarella cheese. And then I will check this one, part skim mozzarella, because that's normally what the cheese sticks are that I buy at my house. Now you will then choose in the options here, it says string cheese stick. And I had one of them, or I have one of them in my lunch. I'll add it for lunch and hit add. So some of those foods you have to be a little tricky in how to find it. Just keep trying, and whatever foods you can't find something similar to it, especially like if you had a turkey sandwich, you have to add all the foods separately. Once you are finished with entering all of your foods, also, let's say you need to, you're like, oh, that's not the oatmeal that I actually had, or the amount. Let's say you didn't have the amount, you can hit edit and change the amount that you actually ate. So if it's like, oh, I didn't have a cup, I actually had a packet. Then you can hit save and it will make the corrections. Or if you're like, oh, that's after reading the description again, you're like, that's not what I had, you can hit remove and it will take it away and change the calories with it.